So, first question says, other religions seem to provide community as well. What's so different about Christian community?
Yeah, great question. So you say, well, like Christianity isn't the only religion that offers community, and that's true. I grew up in Leicester, as I said earlier, and Leicester had people say, I'm not sure whether it's actually true, but it nearly became true if it's not actually true. Leicester was the first city in Britain to have an ethnic majority. So incredibly culturally diverse. And one of the things that was really beautiful about that, actually, was the sense of diversity that brought to my upbringing. And of course, you saw the way that community is really valuable in different cultures and in different religions. And sometimes I'd say Western culture is put to shame by that real sense of belonging and community. And as a Christian, I'm not surprised by that, because if the Christian story is true and that God, a communal, relational God, created us as human beings in his image to be communal and relational, then that is how we function by default. That's what we are wired for. So whether or not we believe the Christian story, whether or not we believe God, doesn't stop us being created that way, and we will look for that. So there's lots of beautiful aspects of community that we see in different cultures and different religious systems. One of the things I find particularly beautiful about the Christian community, of which there are many, is that the Christian community, some people call it a community of grace. But what they mean by that is that our access to God and into his family is not based on what we have done, but it's based on what Jesus has done for us. So it's not because I have observed particular religious rituals, that I have been particularly diligent in my church attendance or anything like that. It's based purely on what Jesus has done for me in his life and death and resurrection. So therefore, my standing is based on that, not on me, which is wonderfully democratic, you might say, because in the church community, we all have the same standing before God. No one is more important than anyone else, or at least it shouldn't be that way in a church fully living out the beliefs that they follow. And that's a beautiful thing, because it means the person who came to know Jesus yesterday is as much a part of that family and that community as the person who's been a Christian for years. It's based on that community of grace. So it should mean that there isn't any place for pride, because actually the first step to becoming a Christian is not thinking, oh, I'm really good, I'm included now. It's recognizing I'm no good at all. I need God's forgiveness. And wonderfully, I find his forgiveness and his welcome, and also the welcome of others around me. And that's something I found really beautiful in the church.